Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Boneyard. The anthem has been sung. The colors are leaving the field. It is time to load the cannon at the Boneyard. This evening, your East Paulding Raiders will host the Trojans from Carrollton. All right, we have captains for Carrollton: number 1, Jordan Bonner; number 4, Jalen Thomas; number 7, Mark Wright; and number 14, Kevin Swint. For the Raiders, number 15, Tyrell Robinson; number 16, Elijah Coleman; number 21, Orion Weems; and number 44, Genesis Coleman. The Raiders have won the toss and have elected to receive the football. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Raider News Network. I am Ryan Matznick here at the Boneyard. Again, with me this week is Mr. David Gavin, father to running back number 23, Jaleel Daniels. The Raiders have won the toss and have elected to receive the football. Back deep for the Raiders, Tyrell Robinson and Dominic Burnham. Number 91, Mason Dill, is set to kick it away for the Trojans. Kick is short and to the left side of the field. Kick was fielded by Dominic Burnham. He was run into from the back by John Estes is back. He hands off to Estes on the keeper. He comes around the right side. He is across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Estes again back. He is working from the spread. There's the handoff to Robinson. Robinson up the middle. He scrambles out to the 41-yard line. He is stopped by number 55, Malachi Norton. There's a flag on the play. That flag is a personal foul penalty against the Raiders. They're going to lose 15 yards. Here come the Raiders again, operating out of the spread. Tyrell Robinson, the lone back. Trojans showing blitz. Estes pass batted down by number 14, Kevin Swint. Second down. Ben Barnett checks in as Cole Brown checks out of the football game. Raiders again come to the line, still working out of the spread. Robinson again, the lone back. Correction, Raiders now working out of the double tight end set. Movement on the line. Looks like number 13, Ben Barnett, jumped the start. Second down now and 15 for the Raiders. Barnett checks out. Brown checks back in. Now Raiders working out of the spread again. Again, Robinson in the backfield. Estes makes signal. Estes looks to throw. Play is blown dead. False start, the call against the Raiders again. Raiders having some problems here early in this football game. Second down and 20 now for the Raiders. They are still set out in the spread. Estes calls for the football. Robinson goes up the middle. He dodges a tackle, makes it out to the 25-yard line, and is stopped by number 17, Reed Deppen. Gain of 10 for the Raiders. Raiders working out of the quick huddle now. Estes checks the play. Robinson in the backfield, Jackson to the near side. And Estes drops back. He fires a long one across the middle. Absolutely no one around. There's the flag on the play. Burnham is going to draw the pass interference call. E.J. Pride, the defender on that play. Let's see what happens, but we're pretty sure that we're going to see a pass interference call show up here. And there it is, pass interference against the Trojans. That's going to pick up a first down for the Raiders. David Gavin, Raiders having some difficulty concentrating here. What needs to happen early in this football game to help them regain their focus?
I think we need to settle down, get the pregame jitters out of the way, and establish our running game. We seem to be able to run. Our front line is getting some blocking, so maybe we need to establish our running game.
Double tight end set again. Burnham to the near side. Robinson again up the middle.
52. Number 52, Martez Hudson.
Robinson stopped by Martez. Hudson gain of 2. And here come the Raiders. Again, Robinson the lone back. We've got 2 to the far side, 1 to the near side. Play action. He hits Ashton Dixon. Dixon out across midfield, down past the Trojan 45 before being stopped by number 17, Reed Deadman. First down for the Raiders. Raiders again working out of the spread. Jackson to the near side. Dixon to the far side with looks like Cole Brown. Burnham comes across the backfield. The ball is loose. Let's see who ended up with the football. And Robinson coughs up the football. Number 3, E.J. Pride Jr. picks it up. It'll be first down for the Trojans from their own 44-yard line. So Raider defense now out on the field. Raiders moving the football well, David. Gavin, what happened?
Good hit. We got to learn to protect the ball. We got to protect the ball if we want to keep our drives alive.
Trojans come to the ball, working out of the spread, single back. There's the football. In the backfield to number 1, there's a flag that flies all the way back at the 45-yard line. Flag flies 10 yards across the field. We'll wait for the referee to unpack that. Looks like holding the call against the Trojans. That's going to back the Trojans up about 6 yards. They're now looking at 1st and 16. Again, working from... Here we go. Trojans look. They fire across the middle, right through the hands of number 80. Number 6, Terrence Alexander, the defender. So Trojans again looking at 2nd and 16. They come to the line.
Quarterback?
Mark Wright. Mark Wright calls for the football. It is handed off to number 5.
R.J. Russell.
R.J. Russell. He comes across the near side, turns the corner, picks up about 1 before being forced out of bounds. Trojans again working out of the spread. We've got 2 receivers to the near side. That's the short side of the field. Trojans all the way down on the near hash. 2 receivers to the wide side. Raiders working out of the 4-3, showing blitz, and there it comes. Wright is hit in the backfield. He scrambles out across the line of scrimmage and takes a big hit by Elijah Coleman, knocked out of bounds. Coleman laid a huge hit on Wright. Trojans now looking at 4th down and 8 back at their own 44-yard line. Looks like they are bringing on the punt team. Number 6, Nick Number 6, Nick Tuggle back to do the punting. Fairly low, fairly short kick. Trojans gather around. It is fielded down at the 34-yard line, so Raiders will take back over at their own 34-yard line. So no harm, no foul on the turnover. 7 minutes 21 left to play in the first quarter. Raiders offense takes the field. Looks like we're going to have a stack of receivers. Dominic Burnham, Cole Brown on the field, Trent Jackson on the field. Raiders moving the ball well with their running game. Again, working from the spread. Robinson, the lone back. Estes working out of the shotgun. Robinson goes in motion. Estes pitches back to Robinson in the backfield. Robinson bobbles it. It's going to be second down. Raiders fortunate on that play. It wasn't backwards lateral. Raiders again working from the spread. Estes takes the football. He looks to throw. He fires to number 87, Trent Jackson. Jackson is brought down by number 17, Reed Dedman. Jackson out across midfield. First down, Raiders. Raiders again working twins to the top. Single receiver down to the near side. Robinson in the backfield. Estes on the keeper. He moves up the middle, makes it to the 35. There's a flag back at the 44-yard line. Raiders will back up 10 after the holding call. David Gavin, compare this team to the team that we saw last week against Villarica.
Well, last week we had a lot of big plays in the secondary. If we stop stepping on our own toe, we might be able to move the ball. We're moving the ball, but we got to stop making the mistakes. This team is not going to allow us to make mistakes too much longer.
Raiders, 2 receivers to the top, 1 to the bottom. Robinson in the backfield. Estes again looks to throw. He fires to Dominic Burnham. Through the hands and off the chest of Burnham. Third down for the Raiders. Here come the Raiders again. We've got a single receiver, Burnham to the near side, 2 to the wide side. Robinson gets the football. He does not make it out of the backfield and is stopped by a host of Trojans, led by number 16. Now Dixon checks out of the ball game. Raiders working out of the Wildcat now. Correction, there's Estes. He stepped back from behind a running back. Estes fires across to Robinson. Robinson up the sideline across midfield, and he is forced out of bounds by number 3, E.J. Pride Jr. forces him out of bounds. That'll be a first down, Raiders. So Raiders bring the punt team out. Devlin Dolph to kick it away. Who is back deep for the Trojans? Number 8. Snap is bobbled. Ball is free. Trojans pick up the football. They're going to pick up the football. And Mike Williams drags the football carrier down at the 16-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Trojans from the Raiders 16. Here come the Trojans. This Carrollton football team will not let you make mistakes. And Raiders are finding that out. So Wright is now working from the shotgun. He's got 3 receivers. Wright drops back to throw. He looks across midfield. He is now being pursued.
Knocked down from behind by 21, Orion.
Number 21, Orion Weems, drags Wright down from behind, right down at the 9-yard line. Gain of 8 on the play, 2nd down and 2.
Jalen Thomas.
Number 4, Jalen Thomas goes into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans. Trojans set to go for 2. They've got a man in motion. Right on the keeper. He goes to the right-hand side and into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. Ben Bash, one of the Raiders' offensive linemen, now moving into the field house, possibly a concussion in that last series. Trojans set to kick it away. Robinson and Burnham back deep at the 10-yard line for the Raiders. Burnham fields the short kick, makes it to the 35-yard line. 1st down, Raiders. And Estes brings the troops to the line. Raiders working with 2 tight ends, 2 split receivers. Robinson in the backfield. Robinson takes the ball to the right-hand side. He breaks to the sideline. Robinson still on his feet across midfield, drug out at the 47-yard line by Chaz Chambliss. 1st down, Raiders. Raiders break the huddle with Brown to the far side, Jackson and Burnham to the near side. Daniels and Robinson now in the backfield. Estes takes the snap. He looks to throw, tucks it and runs, makes it up to the 50-yard line. He is stopped by number 52, Martez Hudson. That'll be a loss of 2 for the Raiders. Estes stopped by Martez Hudson, loss of 2, 2nd down and 12, Raiders. Robinson stopped in the backfield by Kevin Swint. 3rd down and 13 for the Raiders at their own 49-yard line. Estes completes to Dixon. He is stopped by Enrique Marenko. Dixon out to the Trojan 21-yard line. First down, East. You know we got a football game doing, right, Jim? We're like, don't forget to make a sponsor announcement. We haven't had a timeout. We got a football game. When we get to a timeout,
where's the ball at? On Vikings. 8.
Who fell on it? Second and goal for the Raiders at the 4-yard line.
They're ripping the ball.
Who was intended for Dixon? Pass intended for Dixon, broken up by Isaiah Todd, third down. Hits number 23, Jaleel Daniels, touchdown Raiders.
Birthday boy!
Dolph's kick is good. Score with 1:11 remaining in the first quarter. East Paulding 7, Carrollton 8.
He's sticking his head in there. He's sticking his head in there.
Yeah, flag?
Hey, Chief.
We got a flag?
I didn't see one.
Is there a flag?
So maybe the
All right, Dolph is now set to kick it away. Cade is back deep for the Trojans. Raiders really needed that score. They've been able to move the football in the first half, but they really needed the confidence booster of punching that one in after the fumble and the botched punt. Dolph having a hard time keeping the ball on the tee. Looks like it's going to stand now. Cade back for the Trojans. Here comes Dolph. Kick is high. It is deep. Cade back at the 1 yard line. Makes it out to the 20, runs into traffic, spins down to the 23. He is brought down by Jaden Boncourt. Trojans will take over 1st and 10 from their own 23-yard line. Raider defense in now. Wright looks to throw. He fires to the backfield. Elaham Hull on the tackle.
Who caught the ball?
12.
Oh, okay.
32 pounds.
All right, 12, Andy Smith.
Wright hits Andy Smith. We'll see what the pickup is. Looks like the pickup's going to be 3, 2nd and 7. Right with the handoff this time. Up the middle and untouched. Raiders are in pursuit. Number 4, Jalen Thomas, is going to go 74 yards for the score. Trojans line up for the extra point. It is up. It is good.
Connor Smith McCrum.
Connor Smith McCrum, the kicker. So the score now with 20 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Trojans 15, Raiders 7. When Jalen Thomas took that football, he was gone. He went up the middle through a hole, and I don't think he was touched the entire way down the field. Raiders are going to take another shot at it. Beasley is back deep with Daniels. Trojans have been kicking short. Burnham set up on the far side with Robinson on the near side in the middle. Burnham has received 2 of these kicks this evening. And here we go. Same style kick, high, short to the side. Burnham calls for the fair catch. He's going to get it at the 29-yard line. First down, Raiders. Robinson picks up 1, 2nd down and 9, Raiders. I was going to call some cheerleaders, but I can't. installation or senior portraits now. Specializing in all things photo and video, let G&E Studios be a part of your professional family. Check out www.gnestudios.com for more information. G&E Studios, thank you for your support of Raider football. They've got them. It's all you.
Troops right, troops right, troops right.
And at the start of the second quarter,
They like to talk
the East Paulding Raiders has the ball 2nd and 9 on their own 31-yard line.
Watch the toss and speed up, you know that.
Illegal shift, personal foul, face mask. Illegal shift, the call against the Raiders. Personal foul, face mask, the call against the Trojans. Those penalties will offset. We'll be back to 2nd and 9. So Estes brings the play in. Raiders working out of the spread. Jackson to the far side. Brown to the near side. He's accompanied by Dixon. Robinson in the backfield. Estes calls for the football. There's the snap. Estes drops back. Fires across the middle to Dixon. Off of Dixon's hands. Play is broken up by EJ Pride Jr. 3rd down. So Raiders again to the line of scrimmage, again working out of the spread. Jackson to the far side, Brown to the near side. Dixon with Brown on the near side, Robinson in the backfield. Estes calls for the football. He drops back to throw. Estes under pressure. He hits the dump man. Looks like the dump man is Tyrell Robinson. That's going to get him back to the line of scrimmage. Number 16, Jacob Cotton with the stop. Actually looks like Robinson's going to lose 5. 4th and 13 now for the Raiders. All the way back at their own 26-yard line. Dolph on to punt. And no doing for the Raiders at the start of the 2nd quarter. Dalton Benefield is back for the Trojans. The Trojans touch the football. The Trojans touch the football, and Elijah Coleman is there to recover it. It'll be 1st and 10 Raiders in Trojan territory. So Raiders, the benefactors of a Carrollton slip-up here. Estes brings his offense to the line. Raiders down at the Trojan 46. Double tight ends. Dixon to the near side. That's the short side of the field. Play is blown dead. There's the flag. False start, the call against the Raiders. So Raiders are hot, they're cold, suffering from some mental mistakes. Now back into their own territory at the 49. Dixon to the near side, Burnham to the far side. Double tight ends again. Robinson in the backfield. Estes calls for the football. He hands off to Robinson. Robinson cuts back across the middle, crosses the 50, and he is stopped by number 32, Chaz Chambliss. Let's see where they spot the football. Football now spotted at the 48-yard line of the Trojans. It'll be 2nd and 12 for the Raiders. So here we go. 4 receivers. Estes looks to throw across the middle. Somebody must have missed a route because there was no one in the vicinity of that football. Lucky that wasn't picked off. That'll bring up 3rd and 12 now for the Raiders. And Estes again working from the spread. Dixon and Brown to the near side. That is the short side ball on the left hash. Estes checks the play to the sideline. Re-engages. There's the snap. Estes looks to throw. He's under pressure. Estes fires to the sideline. He fired about 10 yards behind Cole Brown. Not sure who that was intended for. That's going to bring up 4th and 12, and the punt team comes on for the Raiders. David Gavin, what fell apart on that drive?
Mental mistakes are hurting the Raiders drastically this evening, and we're going to have to cut those mistakes out if we're planning on staying in this game.
So Dolph back to punt. Looks like Dalton Benefield back deep for the Trojans. Punt is high, it is deep. Benefield fields it. He's hit by Elaham Hall, is still on his feet. Now he drags 2 Raiders down to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Trojans from their own 23-yard line. We thank you for joining us on Raider News Network. We'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsors, Fashion Attitudes of New Hope, O'Reilly Auto Parts, Dallas Tire, Heritage Propane, and Westridge Church. We thank you for your support of Raider football. Here come the Trojans. Trojans now working out of a 3-receiver set. Right on the keeper. He goes up the middle. He is being pursued, and Wright tripped up at the 40. Looks like number 6, Terrence Alexander, picks up the tackle on that, but not before Wright gains 30 yards and is out to the Raider 41-yard line. Wright fires across the middle, intended for number 4, Jalen Thomas. Elaham Hull breaks it up. 2nd down now for the Trojans. Benefield checks out. It looks like number 9, Tyler Harper, is checked into the football game. Trojans come to the line, ball on the near hash. Trojans working out of the pro set now. Number 5, Cade, the ball carrier. Orion Weems runs Cade out. Looks like Cade's going to pick up 5, and we'll be at 3rd and 5. Number 16, Elijah Coleman with the pick. He goes all the way back into the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders. There's a flag on the far side of the field over at the 32-yard line. Looks like this is coming back. What happened? Block in the back, the call against the Raiders. That's going to negate the score. Raiders are going to end up with the football, though, at the Trojan 42-yard line. So Raiders set up Dixon to the near side. He's the lone split. Estes on the keeper. He makes it to the line of scrimmage and slides out. No gain on the play. Second down. Estes hits Dixon out at the 40. Dixon is on the move. He is forced out of bounds by number 16, Jacob Cotton. It'll be a first down for the Raiders. Dixon checks out. Daniels checks in. Ball on the left hash, Brown to the near side. Jackson out at the far side. Robinson out at the far side as well. Robinson in motion. He comes through the backfield. There's the handoff to Robinson. He comes across the left side and is tripped up. No gain on the play. Looks like Robinson forced out of bounds by Joshua Glanton. Short gain of 1 for the Raiders. So 2nd and 9 down at the Trojan 22-yard line. Here they come again. They're working out of the spread. Robinson in the backfield. Brown and Dixon to the near side. Estes fires to the far side. He throws low, is intended for Trent Jackson, incomplete. 3rd down now. So 3rd and 9 now for the Raiders. Here they come. Raiders now running trips to the right. Robinson goes in motion to the right. Estes looks to throw. He hands off to Daniels on the counter. Daniels fights his way up to the 9-yard line. First down, East. There's the snap. It's Robinson up the middle. He makes it to the 5 and drags down 2 defenders to the 4. Looks like Reed Deadman on the stop. Robinson dragging defenders, stopped by number 22 Travis Lockhart. Let's see where the spot is. They're going to spot this football at the 2-yard line. So Raiders now 3rd and goal from their own 2-yard line. So after the timeout, the Raiders are taking the field again. Here comes Estes. He's working with 2 tight ends and 2 running backs. Burnham to the near side. Estes calls for the football. There it is. Robinson takes the football up the middle. He's fighting. Let's see what the call is. Touchdown, the call for the Raiders. So Raiders capitalize on the pick. Devlin Dolph in for the point after attempt. John Estes is the holder. Hunter Tidwell the long snapper. There's the football. The kick is up. And it is good. You score with 5 minutes remaining in this half. Carrollton 15, East Paulding 14. So we are seeing a completely different Raider football team than what they took to Carrollton last year. Raiders take the field. Dolph is set to kick it away. Here come the Trojans. Nick Cade is back deep for the Trojans. And And here we go. There's the kick. It is deep. Cade back into the end zone. That'll be 1st and 10 for the Trojans out at their own 20-yard line. Trojans come to the line. Raiders showing blitz. Play is blown dead. There's a flag. False start. The call against the Trojans. So here we go. We're going to line up and do it again.
Number 4 on the carry, Jalen Thomas.
Number 4, Jalen Thomas, the ball carrier. Amari Dunbar forces Thomas out. Gain of 2 on the play, 2nd and 8 for the Trojans. Trojans working from the pro set. Wright takes the snap. Handoff goes up the middle to number 4, Jalen Thomas. Number 21, Orion Weems with the stop. Trojans are going to get enough to move the chains, and here we go, 1st and 10 now at their own 30-yard line. Trips left, single right for the Trojans. Thomas is in motion. Wright pressured in the backfield. Wright completes and is forced out. Genesis Coleman, it looks like, forced Dalton Benefield out of bounds, but again the Trojans are going to pick up enough and they're going to get the 1st down. So out at their own 46-yard line now, Trojans are on the move. Trojans now working out of the spread. 2 to the near side, 2 to the far side. Near is the wide side of the field. Wright drops back. He looks upfield. Wright fires a long one over the head of number 5, Nick Cade. Probably 4 yards in front of Cade. He had no chance of catching that one. It's going to be 2nd down for the Trojans. Trojans again working from the spread. Wright takes the football. Thomas up the middle. He's hit at the line of scrimmage. He is smothered by number 58, Hunter Tillman, and hit by number 8, Desmond Trice. No gain on the play. And now after the spot, they're going to give him a short 1. So we'll call it 3rd and a long 9. So here we go. Raider fans are pumped up. Trojans call a timeout. So Trojans regroup. They approach the football. They're working trips to the right, single receiver to the left. Number 23, Cody Brewer, is in motion. Pass is complete to number 13, Isaiah Lancaster. Lancaster stopped by Chance Foster now, but Trojans again moving the football, and they pick up the first. It's 1st and 10 in Raider territory. Snap to right is high, right on the keeper. He is stopped by Orion Weems, but again a long carry for Wright. Wright's going to pick up 9 on the keeper, 2nd and 1. Wright now lines up out in the right side. Thomas picks up the Wildcat. Thomas goes up the left side, and he is finally knocked out of bounds by Orion Weems, but he is inside the 15-yard line at the 13. So the switch-up Wildcat pays off for the Trojans. Trojans need to make it down to the 3-yard line to pick up the first down. Wright takes the snap.
Number 8, Desmond Trice.
So Trojans now facing a 2nd and 20 to make it down to the 3-yard line. They're back working from the spread. Wright drops back. He's under pressure. He throws short to the dump man. He hits Jalen Thomas. There's a flag way down deep on the field. Looks like down at the 3-yard line. No, I'm calling a football game. What's going on with you?
And we have a timeout for the Trojans of Carrollton.
Yeah.
With a minute 4 left.
If you'll give me a minute, I'll send it to you. Hey, hang on a second. Sorry. Oh, I have no marketable skills, but I can do this. Anyway, yeah, something tells me he's KW Becker at AckermanSecurity.com, but there's like a minute 4 till halftime. If you'll give me till halftime, I'll look it up. So Wright lines them up again. Their Trojans are working trips to the right. Here we go. Wright takes the snap. He drops back. He looks right. He runs to the left. Wright now on the move. And Wright is going to dance into the end zone. Touchdown for the Trojans. Trojans line it up. Connor Smith McCrum kicks the extra point. Score with 54 seconds remaining now. Carrollton Trojans 22, East Paulding Raiders 14. Tyrell Robinson fields the kick. Robinson comes to the near side of the field. He scrambles out across the 30 to the 32-yard line. He is brought down by number 28, Joshua Glanton.
At the 33-yard line with 45 seconds remaining in the half.
Did he hit Tyrell in the back? Did he hit? So SD's working from the spread. Again, Brown and Dixon to the near side. And everybody at East Paulding moved that time. There's the flag. False start against the Raiders. Football goes back. That's going to bring up a 3rd down and 13 for the Raiders. Raiders reset. Estes checks the play. Estes calls for the football. Estes drops back. He's being pursued. He fires across the middle. Estes takes the hit in the backfield. Pass falls incomplete. And that's the half. Your score, Carrollton Trojans 22, East Paulding Raiders 14. They have waved off the flag. That will be the end of the quarter. Enjoy halftime, ladies and gentlemen, and we will be back.
Everything is go for today's launch. For the eye of the world, now looking to space, to the moon, and to the planets beyond. And we have vowed that we shall see it governed by a banner of freedom. The exploration of space will go ahead, whether we join in it or not. We mean to be a part of it. We mean to lead it. And no nation which expects to be the leader of other nations can expect to stay behind in this race for space.
Tonight, to East Paulding's Josh Robichaud, who helped train many of these band members when he was in Carrollton. Put your hands together and welcome East Paulding's very own Raider Brigade. The Raider Brigade is under the direction of Michael Thomas and Josh Robichaud, and field command of conductors Brooke Parker, Sarah Mariona, and Sarah Seacrest. Staff includes Jake Gira, Jessica Thomas, Dr. Tyler Lyman, Gerald Clark Jr., Ethan Walraven, Austin White, Jordan Torin, Kevin Tran, and Joey Park. The band booster president is Chris Boyd. The principal of East Paulding High School is Jason Freeman. The athletic director is Brad Thomason, and the superintendent of the Paulding County School District is Dr. Brian Oton. Tonight, the Raider Brigade will be performing a portion of their 2017 program, The Road Less Traveled. Selections to be taken from the following: the Gymnopédie No. 1 by Eric Satie, Symphony No. 25 in G minor by Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, Symphony No. 2 in C minor by Gustav Mahler.
Mahler and Mozart.
Wow.
I got to play orchestra music.
Look at the band.
Conductors Brooke Parker, Sarah Mariona, and Sarah Seacrest. Is your ensemble ready? Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field the East Paulding Raider Brigade. the Raider Brigade.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be advised the reserved seats in front of the press box are for Touchdown Club members with the yellow tickets and lanyards. If you do not have the yellow ticket and lanyard, please move from the reserved seats in front of the press box. Thank you.
I'm sitting out here at this point. The game's half over. Follow me.
See you later.
Bedtime.
Yeah, it's mine too.
You gotta have a yellow ticket. Get out of there. I've got my yellow ticket. I've got. How about you?
The East Paulding Raiders would like to welcome our newest sponsor, Johnny's Pizza on East Paulding Drive. Johnny's will be open until midnight for all home games, and don't forget Tuesdays are PTSA Day, 30% off all dine-in or carry-out with your PTSA card. So it's all go to Johnny's after the game for good food and good times. Johnny's Pizza, thank you for your support of Raider football.
Where did you say it was?
East Paulding Drive towards the Publix. Yeah. Across the street from the Publix. There's a Pacific Care Center down there. It's worth the PTA membership. We go by there on Tuesday nights. I get 4 or 5% off.
On the way up, there's one of these, here in History City.
On a Friday afternoon.
Or we'd be up here every weekend.
I get upset just driving home every afternoon from Marietta. And my 18-minute commute at 6 o'clock in the morning is 3 times that all there. At 4 o'clock in the morning. Does that sound good? Are you and I battling each other going down the And it's a matter of I don't know. I never It's 5:45. I mean, I'm going. So do you go by John Ward and the bottleneck? Our office is on Whitlock, so I'm about a quarter of a mile from school. No, I work in the office. But
And as your third quarter begins, the Raiders trail the Carrollton Trojans 22-14.
That would be done at every game. So I know where it's done. I know where it gets it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set to kick off the third quarter, Trojans have Cade back deep to receive. Devlin Dolph is set to kick it away for the Raiders. The ball has come off the tee for a fourth time this evening. Dolph will reset.
Back deep for the Trojans, number 5, Nick Cade, and number 34, Kenneth Towns, kicking off for East Park.
And here we go to start this third quarter of Raider football. Dolph again kicks a high deep one, fielded back by Towns at the 3-yard line. Towns is out to the 14-yard line before being stopped by a host of Raiders. There's a flag on the near side of the field. Holding is the call against the Trojans. The Trojans are going to back up 10 yards and be all the way back. They're going to get half the distance to the goal, excuse me. They're going to be back to their own 6-yard line. So Trojans will start deep in their own territory. Here they come. Back and forth football game thus far. Both teams plagued by penalties. Trojans take the field. Trips to the right, single to the left. Right takes the snap. He looks to throw. He fires to his right. That is broken up. And the Raiders score a touchdown on the backward pass by Wright. We are unable to see who made that massive hit in the press box, but that caused the football to pop loose in that backward lateral, and Raiders into the end zone for a touchdown. Elijah Coleman had that stick, resulting in the Raiders score. So here comes the field goal team. Raiders line it up. Estes will hold. Hunter Tillman, the long snapper. Devlin Dolph, the kicker. There's the snap. It's down. The kick is up. The kick is good. And just like that, 21 seconds deep into this quarter, we are looking at a 1-point football game. So we're going to do it again. Dolph set to kick it away. Townsend back deep for the Trojans. Here we go. Again, Dolph with a booming kick. It's going to be back into the end zone for the touchback. Trojans will start up at their own 20-yard line. Raiders would like to take a moment to thank our meal sponsors for this evening, Zaxby's and Happy Hog. Again, always like to thank our meal sponsors. If you get an opportunity to frequent these establishments, they would appreciate it, the Raiders would appreciate, and we appreciate their support of Raider football. So Dalton Benefield with a reception. He's stopped by Austin Harvey. Wright pitches out to Thomas. There's a flag on the play. Let's see what happens. Holding is the call against the Trojans. So Trojans will back up 10. So Trojans now facing a 2nd and 14. Ball back at their own 16-yard line. Wright works from the spread. I think that was that was Thomas, not Towns, excuse me. That was Thomas that came out of the backfield. He trips over the turf, picks up 1. It's going to be 3rd down 13 now. Thomas is in the backfield, right to take the snap. Again, spread formation. We're going to flip-flop over here on the near side. Wright looks to throw. He's got all day. Fires down the middle of the field. He is intended for Andy Smith. Wright throws out about 7 yards in front of Smith. I'm sorry, that pass intended for Isaiah Lancaster, but Wright's pass about 7 yards out in front of Lancaster. It's going to fall incomplete. 4th and long now for the Trojans. Trojans will punt back from around their own 5-yard line. Burnham is standing at midfield. There's the snap. The punt's away. It's a line drive roller. It's going to roll out of bounds at about the Trojan 48-yard line. So Raiders will take over in Trojan territory. Here come the Raiders. Brown to the near side. Working with Dixon down on this side. Robinson up the middle. He's going to pick up about 4. He's across the 45 to the 44-yard line. Number 32, Marcellus Neal, picks up Robinson. Jackson and Burnham now working to the near side. Brown and Dixon on the far side. Robinson in the backfield. Estes from the shotgun. Estes on the design keeper. He pitches it off to Robinson. Robinson can't turn the corner, and he is brought down at the 45-yard line by a host of Trojans. Probably going to call that a loss of 1. They're not. After the spot, they're going to give him forward progress back to the original line of scrimmage. So wasted down there for the Raiders. 3rd and 7 remaining. Raiders come to the line. Brown and Dixon again working to the far side. Jackson and Burnham working to the near side. Near side short. Ball is on the right-hand hash. There's the snap. Estes looks left. Estes fires across to number 24, Cole Brown. Brown gets enough to move the chains. He's going to end up down at the 34-yard line for the first down. Brown now checks out. Raiders working from a double tight end set again. Robinson comes across the right side. He turns the corner and breaks up field. There's a flag back at the 30-yard line. Robinson brought down by number 3, E.J. Pride Jr. Block in the back is the call against the Raiders. That's coming back. Two penalties against the Raiders, holding and block in the back now. Two flags on the play, one at about the 34 and one at the 30-yard line. So Raiders are going to be backed up all the way to the Trojan 44-yard line. And that's going to bring up a 1st and 20.
44-yard line.
Raiders break the huddle. Jackson and Burnham working the near side. Football is in the middle of the field. There's a snap. Estes looks left. He fires long. Ball is off the fingertips of Cole Brown. Raiders come to the line. Estes squares up, calls for the football. Estes looks to his left. He scrambles to his right. Estes throws it away to the right. 3rd down now for the Raiders. So Estes checks back in with the play. Raiders break the huddle. Jackson and Burnham working to the near side. Raiders again in the spread. There's a snap. Estes looks to his right. He tucks and rolls to the right. Estes under pressure. He spikes the football in the backfield. Dalton Benefield back now for the Trojans. Devlin Dolph, the punter. Dolph has it. He kicks it away from about the 45. Somebody may have gotten a hand on that football. It's going to roll. Benefield now picks it up and tries to run. He is hit by Ashton Dixon. Not sure why Benefield tried to pick that football up. Trojans will take over 1st and 10 from their own 13-yard line. Trojans now are going to become the benefactors of a Raider personal foul. That should move the football out to about the 28-yard line. And it does. Football is spotted at the 28-yard line.
We got a number on that 1st and 5.
1st down now for the Trojans. Wright takes the snap. Wright looks to his right. Football is tipped. It flies out into space, incomplete. Second down now for the Trojans. Number 58, Hunter Tillman, gets a hand on that football as it flies off incomplete. Right back again. Calls for the football. Right hands off to Thomas. Thomas up the middle. Thomas is finally stopped by Austin Harvey. After the spot, Trojans are going to be looking at 3rd down and 1. Lancaster works on the near side. He is defended by Mike Williams. Wright calls for the football. Wright goes up the middle. He breaks to the left. He is hit by number 16, Elijah Coleman. Wright makes it out to the 40-yard line, and that is all he needs. The chains are going to move, and the Trojans will have a fresh set of downs. Trojans back to the line. Lancaster again working to the near side, twins to the right. Wright looks to throw. He has a man wide open off his fingertips. Wright has outthrown his receivers all night long. That looks like it was intended for Andy Smith. So again, Trojans with men wide open, unable to connect with those receivers. Second down now. Ball spotted in the middle of the field. Lancaster again working to the near side. Wright is accompanied in the backfield by Tyler Harper, as well as Jalen Thomas, twins to the right. Wright now rolls to the right. He looks downfield. He fires a shot to number 5, R.J. Russell. And they are going to call that complete. So Russell, number 5, Nick Cade. Sorry about that, folks. Trojans have 2 number 5s on their roster. But Cade is going to go all the way down to the Raider 33-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Trojans. Trips to the left. Thomas goes up the middle with a football. He breaks free and cuts to the right. Thomas is into the end zone. 33-yard run for Thomas and a Trojan score. So here we go again. Beasley and Daniels back. Trojans have been short kicking it all night. In the middle, we've got Robinson and Burnham. Burnham's handled several of these this evening. Let's see what happens. And there's that same kick. Burnham is going to field this one as well. He picks it up to 30, and Burnham is off. He is out to the 40, struggles across to the 47-yard line before being brought down. 1st and 10 for the Raiders. Andy Smith finally brings Burnham down. Raiders starting with excellent field position now at their own 47-yard line. Raiders running double tights. Robinson up the middle into a pile of Trojans. Once they unpack the pile, it looks like they're going to give Robinson about 2, so 2nd down and 8 now for the Raiders. Raiders at their own 59-yard line. Football is on the left hash. The near side of the field is the wide side. Burnham to the near side. Robinson in the backfield. Estes out of the shotgun. The football goes to Robinson. Robinson comes up the middle again. He is stopped by number 2, Jeremiah Pierce. There's some extracurricular activity on the field and a late flag. Personal foul, the call against the Trojans. That is going to be an expensive call for Carrollton. And as they mark it off, the Raiders are going to end up all the way down at the Trojan 31-yard line. So 1st and 10 Raiders now, significantly into Trojan territory. Raiders trips left. Jackson, the lone receiver, to the right. There's the pitch to Robinson. It's bobbled in the backfield. And there is a pile of players on top of this football. Let's unpack it. Raiders will keep possession. 2nd down now. It's going to cost them a loss of 2. Raiders have been plagued by that pitch all season. Estes looks to his right. Cole Brown picks up the catch, and Brown is down around the 24-yard line. He is stopped by number 21, Isaiah Todd. And he is going to be just about 2 feet short. So 3rd and short for the Raiders. Football is down on the 24-yard line. Raiders break the huddle. Burnham moves to the far side. Brown down to the near side, working with 2 tight ends and Robinson in the backfield. Daniels accompanies him. Robinson takes the football. He goes to the left side. He is going to pick up the 1st down, I believe. There's the call. The chains are going to move. Raiders get a fresh set of downs down at the Trojan 23-yard line. Jackson and Burnham to the near side. Dixon and Brown to the far side. Robinson in the backfield. Same set we've seen all night. Estes out of the shotgun. There's the football. Estes fires to the right. He intends for Jackson. Looks like the ball comes up off the turf. 2nd down now for the Raiders. Raiders now working trips to the right, short side of the field. There's the pitch to Robinson. Robinson breaks to the right side. He turns up the sideline. Robinson cuts back to the middle, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, number 15, Tyrell Robinson. He goes 23 yards, and the Raiders again are going to get right up close to score with the Trojans. Let's see what happens here. Is Coach Billy Shackelford going to go for the two-pointer? And it looks like he is. Estes is in the huddle. Raiders come to the line. Raiders working two tight ends. Burnham to the left side. Estes drops back. He pitches it into the end zone. And Estes hits, looks like number 13, Ben Barnett. The two-point conversion is good, and the score is now tied. That play is going to come back. Illegal man downfield called against the Raiders. And now Devlin Dolph comes into the football game. There's the field goal team. So Dolph now looking at a 25-yard attempt. There's the snap. The kick is up. And it is good. So Raiders pull within one, 29-28 with 3 minutes 17 remaining in the third quarter. So Raiders decline the penalty. They take the point, and they will pull within one. Nick Cade and Kenneth Towns now back for the Trojans. After the penalty is assessed, Raiders will be kicking from the Trojan 45-yard line.
Moved up.
Devlin Dolph having a hard time with the football this evening. Football has come off the tee for the 5th time tonight. Officials now force Dolph to have a holder. That holder is number 30, Aiden Maddox. And here we go, Dolph to kick it away. Dolph kicks it through the end zone. And Trojans will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20. Here come the Trojans now. Trojans in the pro set. Nick Cade, the ball carrier, and he is driven back through the backfield. He finally comes down at the 6-yard line, brought down by Desmond Trice. They're going to give him loss of forward progress. That's going to be a loss of 3 for the Trojans, now 2nd and 13. Trojans back at their own 17-yard line. Wright looks to throw. He throws short to his right. Wright hits Dalton Benefield on that play. Benefield is going to pick up about 7, and it's a 3rd down and 7 now for the Trojans out to their own 24-yard line. Elijah Coleman checks out of the football game, and Amari Dunbar now checks in. Looks like an equipment malfunction for Coleman. Wright drops back. Wright is in open space. He cuts up field. Wright's going to get the 1st down and then some out to the 35-yard line. It'll be 1st down for the Trojans. We've got a Raider slow to get up. It looks like Terrence Alexander who made the tackle. Alexander now out. Chance Foster checks in, and the Raiders call a timeout. Right on the keeper. He is stopped by Desmond Trice. Right fires across the middle. He is intended for Benefield. Elohim Hull in defense of that pass off the fingertips of Benefield. 4th down. Raiders now take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line. Cole Brown to the near side. Robinson breaks to the outside. There's a flag in the backfield. Robinson out to the 40, and he is brought down by a couple of Trojans, led by number 3, E.J. Pride Jr. Raiders going to be the recipient of a holding call there. And they are going to back up. After the penalty is assessed, Raiders looking now at 1st down and 24. Working out of the spread. Estes takes the snap. It's Robinson up the middle. Robinson has room to run. He's out to the 30, out across the 35. He is drugged down by number 28, Joshua Glanton. Gain of about 18 for Robinson. And the Raiders are going to now be at 2nd down and 8. So 2nd down and 8 for the Raiders now, back at their own 37-yard line. 24 seconds remaining now in the 3rd quarter. Clock is ticking down. The near side is the short side of the field. Burnham is alone. Double tight end set. Robinson in the backfield. Robinson again gets the football. This time he is met at the line of scrimmage, no gain. Number 52, Hudson, leads the charge. And the quarter ticks down.
As we go into the 4th quarter, Carrollton leads your East Paulding Raiders 29-28.
Tell if this is playing or not. I can't hear anything because all I hear is band members.
They need to do a safe, short.
Can we make some announcements?
I'm trying to play the Paulding County Idol announcement. There's so much band noise going on that we can't really do anything.
Yeah, it's quiet too, I can tell.
I wouldn't even worry about it. Right now, there's
Raiders now take the field. Estes fires to Cole Brown off his fingertips. Brown is defended by Isaiah Todd. 4th down and 7 now remaining for the Raiders. The punt team is on the field. Dolph now punts it away from about his own 30. It is a high, long kick. It's going to come down almost at the 20-yard line. Benefield fields it at the 20, and he is drugged down from behind by Hunter Tillman. Ball's going to be spotted at the Trojan 33-yard line. Maybe the 27-yard line. There's a flag on the far side of the field on the far hash at about the 25.
What was that? What was that? What was this? Ref.
Raiders get tagged with a horse collar, and now the Trojans will start all the way up at their own 43-yard line. And here they come. Spread offense seems to be the flavor of the evening. Thomas gets the call. He goes up the middle and is stopped by Orion Weems. Thomas is going to pick up about 8 yards. Moves the football just across midfield. Wright takes the snap. It's Thomas again. Thomas into the pack. Let's see where the spot is. The white hat is now indicating it's a first down for the Trojans.
23.
So 1st and 10 now for the Trojans at the Raider 47-yard line. Trojans have checked in number 23, Cody Brewer, to running back. Wright fires a long one, but again falls 3 yards in front of his receiver. Incomplete, 2nd down. So here come the Trojans, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Wright takes the snap, right on the keeper, right straight up midfield. Wright has broken into space, and he is into the end zone, right with the 47-yard touchdown run. There's a flag on the field late in the play. It is back at the 22-yard line. I think we're going to see a personal foul call here. And there's the call against the Trojans. Offsetting penalties. Everybody guilty in that deal, so the touchdown will stand. Trojans take the field for the extra point. Looks like McCrum is going to make the attempt. The hold, the kick is up, the kick is good. Score is now 36-28. So Raiders able to pull within a point or two and then lose a touchdown. Been chasing all night. Mason Dill now set to kick it away for the Trojans. On the ground, it's going to be fielded by Robinson. Robinson has nowhere to go and goes down at the 25-yard line. Raiders come to the ball. Estes working the spread. Estes drops back. He looks to his left. He fires to Ashton Dixon, who makes the catch. Dixon out across the 30, and he's going to get forward progress out to around the 34. Something has got Coach Billy Shackelford fired up on the sidelines. Gain of 7 for the Raiders. 2nd down and 3 now. Brown and Dixon again on the short side. Burnham, the single receiver on the wide side. Estes with the keeper. Estes makes it around to the left side. He's going to pick up the first down, forced out of bounds at about the 39-yard line. So first down Raiders now. Brown and Dixon again to the near side. Jackson and Burnham on the far side. The handoff goes to Robinson out of the backfield. Robinson breaks to the right. He's got a little bit of space. Robinson out across the 45. Looks like they're going to spot this football all the way out at the 49-yard line before Jeremiah Pierce brings him down. And it is 2nd down and just a touch now for the Raiders. Let's see if we're going to get a first down measurement. There's an official timeout. Looks like we're going to get a measurement. Raiders will pick up the first down at the 49-yard line. Raiders working with two tight ends. Estes drops back. Estes fires across the middle.
Estes pass is incomplete.
Looks like Estes was looking for Ben Barnett. Play was broken up, so 2nd down and 10 now for the Raiders. Barnett checks out. Brown checks in. Jackson up top. Brown and Dixon at the bottom. There's the handoff to Robinson. Robinson around the left side. He's got room to work. Robinson is finally drug out of bounds across midfield down at the Trojan 41-yard line. And again, we're going to get an awful close spot. There's the call. It's a first down for the Raiders. Raiders now able to move the football pretty freely. Raiders 2 to the left, 1 to the right. There's the snap. Robinson is hit in the backfield by number 11, Auburn Brewer. Brewer had a bead on Robinson that time. Loss of 3 on the play. That's going to bring up 2nd down and 13. Raiders come back to the line. Estes checks the play to the sideline. Makes an adjustment. Takes the snap. Estes drops back. He looks downfield. Estes fires across the middle, intended for Dixon. Let's see what the call is. Call is now incomplete. So the officials are saying that the ball bounced off the turf. No good. 3rd down now. Raiders now will call a timeout. Raiders back now, working out of the pro set. Brown to the near side. Estes drops back. Estes looks. Estes intended for Robinson. Way up top. Robinson falls out of bounds. No good. 4th and 12 now. Call it 4th and 13 for the Raiders. And here comes the punt team. So Trojans leading this football game by a score. Will start down at their own 14-yard line. Wright and Thomas in the backfield. There's the handoff to Thomas. He goes around the left side. He is stopped by Orion Weems. Thomas is going to pick up 9, call it 8.5 on the play. 2nd down and 2 now. Snap is over Wright's head. It's free. The ball is free. Looks like Elijah Coleman has recovered the football. And this ball is going to be spotted right on the goal line. Raiders are going to get 1st and goal. So the Raider defense comes up with a huge turnover after the high snap. Raiders 1st and goal all the way down on the Trojan goal line. Raiders have them tucked in tight. Tyrell Robinson is into the end zone. Touchdown Raiders. Raiders are lined up for 2, and there's the timeout call. And here come the Raiders. They are lining up for the 2-point and the tie. And the Raiders are denied the 2-point conversion. There are flags everywhere. We have a kerfluffle on the field. Offsetting personal fouls.
So 6:49 remaining. Carrollton Trojans 36, East Paulding Raiders 30.
Dolph is set to kick it away. Cade is back deep. So Dolph again having a problem keeping football on the tee. Maddox will hold. And here we go. Dolph's kick is high, it is long, it is into the end zone. Touchback, 1st and 10 Trojans back at their own 20.
Quarterback scares me.
And here we go. Wright takes the snap. Wright hands off to Thomas on the delay. Thomas comes up midfield. He is stopped at the 25 by Chance Foster. Gain of 5 on the play. They're going to give him 6, so 2nd down and 4 now for the Trojans. And here we go. There's a snap. Thomas again on the carry. Thomas up the middle. Thomas has got a little bit of room. Orion Weems gets a hold of Thomas, and it looks like he's going to get a horse collar here. Horse collar is the call against the Raiders. So 15 yards from the spot of the foul. Trojans will net 30 yards on that penalty. Thomas is hit at the line of scrimmage by Genesis Coleman. 2nd down now and 10 remaining for the Trojans. Trojans have Benefield to the near side, along with McClendon. Wright on the keeper. Wright's going to rumble up about 5 yards. Looks like they were led by number 49, Jaden Boncourt. Gain of 5 on the play, 3rd down and 5. Ball is down at the Raider 42-yard line. Trips to the right for the Trojans. 1 lone receiver up top. Thomas again gets the call to the left side. Thomas breaks free and cuts back. He's still on his feet, and Thomas is going into the end zone. Touchdown for the Trojans. Thomas on a 42-yard touchdown run. McCrum set to kick the extra point. The kick is up. The kick is good. Score is now going to be 43 for Carrollton, 34 for the Raiders. So McCrum set to kick it away again. There's the kick. It's a low bouncer. It is fielded by Robinson. Robinson up to the 32-yard line. Raiders will take over on their 32-yard line. Number 34, Kenneth Towns, on the stop there. So John Estes and the Raiders go to work again. Brown and Dixon to the near side. Jackson is up top. Near side is the wide side of the football field. Here comes the snap. There it is. Estes fires to Cole Brown on the left. Brown breaks free. Now Brown has room to move. He's out across the 50 and is brought down by Isaiah Todd. Ball's going to be spotted now at the 48-yard line. 1st and 10. Raiders now inside Trojan territory. Raiders lined up again, working from the quick count. There's the snap. Robinson comes up the middle. Robinson makes it down to the 40-yard line. Ball officially spotted now at the 41. And that's going to bring up 2nd down and 3 for the Raiders. And Raiders working out of the no huddle now. They are moving along quite sprightly. Trojans seem disheveled. Estes drops back. He's across the middle. And Estes intended for, let's see if we can see that number here. Estes intended for Dominic Burnham off the fingertips. That's going to stop the clock and bring up a 3rd down and 3 for the Raiders. So Raiders trying to gain back a little momentum here. Jackson and Burnham up top. Brown and Dixon to the short side. Robinson in the backfield. Trojans have 12 men on the field, and they will be forced to call a timeout. So we are back on the field. Raiders lined up. Dixon and Brown to the short side. Jackson and Burnham to the wide side. There's the snap. Estes looks to his right. He has got Burnham wide open. Burnham still on his feet to the 29-yard line. 1st down for the Raiders. And here we go. Raiders working from no huddle. This time the wide side's the near side. Estes drops back. He looks left. He is intended for Dixon, off Dixon's fingertips. And that will stop the clock and bring up a 2nd down. There's a flag in the backfield. Raiders are going to benefit from a roughing the passer call. They will pick up 15 yards and another 1st down. Here we go. It's Robinson up the middle. He goes into the crowd. See what the spot looks like. Raiders go back to the line. No gain on the play. Brown and Dixon to the near side. Estes takes the snap. He looks to his left. Estes intended for Brown across the middle. There's a flag on the play. Second down now for the Raiders as they line up at the Trojan 6. Estes going for Dixon. That play is broken up. No flag. So third down now and 3 for the Raiders. Raiders working from the spread. Estes looks to his left. He's got Dixon wide open. Dixon across the 5 down to the 4-yard line. Let's see what the spot looks like. And they do call it a first down. First and goal now for the Raiders from the Trojan 4-yard line. Estes makes the play from the line of scrimmage. Estes on the keeper. He's up the middle. Estes is into the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders. John Estes on the 4-yard keeper into the end zone, and that's going to bring this football game to within 3. Dolph is set for the point after. It is up, and it is good. So Raiders pull within 2 points with 2 minutes 35 remaining in this football game. Raiders set for the onside kick now. Everybody knows it's coming. There's the pooch. It is fielded by number 81, Josh Lee. And the Trojans will take over at their own 44-yard line. So Coach Shackelford's defense needs a stop. Raiders out of timeouts with just 2:32 remaining in this football game. A field goal could win it for the Raiders, but first they need a huge stop here. Trojans have two split wide to the left. Right takes the snap. Thomas is into the pack. Thomas is going to be stopped. So Thomas is going to gain 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down. Clock continues to run now for the Trojans. Raiders can't stop it. And here come the Trojans. Thomas again. Thomas breaks to the right side. Thomas is stopped by number 14 Austin Harvey and number 49 Jaden Boncourt. Thomas picks up 2 more for third down and 5. Trojans very content to let this clock run. And finally, the Trojans call a timeout with 1 minute, 1 second remaining in this football game. Coach Shackelford confers with his Raiders. So here come the Trojans again. Again, they've got 2 split to the left. Raiders showing blitz. There's the snap. Thomas takes it to the left side. Thomas is going to pick up the first down and then some, and that is going to end this football game. Trojans now in the V formation. And there is nothing the Raiders can do at this point except watch the clock tick down. Trojans again line it up. There's the snap, and that is the end of this football game. 14 seconds will tick off the clock. The Carrollton Trojans will defeat the East Paulding Raiders 43-41 this evening. We thank you for joining us at Raider News Network. We hope that you will join us again next week for more Raider football. There's the cannon, and this game is over. Again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on the Raider News Network. We will see you again next weekend.